As you can see, we're at the beautiful KO Distilling here in Manassas, Virginia. We're getting ready to have a wonderful tasting of their expressions. Hi, and welcome to On the Palate. I'm your man, Josh, here with the fellas. I got your boy, Kev, the underground legend, and I got Keith, the bourbon bounty hunter. So off screen, you're going to be hearing us get the information on these expressions from the chief executive whiskey steward here at KO Distilling. All right, so here we go.
Well, welcome, fellas. The reason I chose this flight for you today is that each one, we call this our gold winter flight, and each one of these whiskeys won at least a gold medal in international competition.
Mm-hmm.
The first of the whiskeys that's on this is a 49-month-old wheat whiskey. It's small batch. Small batch to us is just 4 barrels.
Mm-hmm.
It's 90 proof, and this is the first brown liquor we ever bottled. Now, when we put this up for competition, we went to the New York World Wine and Spirits Competition.
Mm-hmm.
New York, to my way of thinking, is minor league baseball. It's AAA baseball.
Okay.
You're being judged on your potential.
Mm-hmm.
So the whiskey that was judged that year was a 19-month-old expression of this whiskey.
Mm.
We thought we were going to make this straight whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
After 19 months, it was so good. We said, why do we want to wait, another almost half a year?
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. We can get our name out there, and we can start making a little more money than we're making right now. Selling this very same whiskey as an unaged whiskey, what we call our American white whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
This is an expression that is made with a rather unusual grain bill. Okay. All the grain that we use in all of these products you're tasting today was grown here in the state of Virginia.
Nice.
It is 60% wheat, 30% rye, and 10% malted barley.
Okay.
The profile on this is, once again, you can't say unique, but since every whiskey is unique, I guess you can say it.
Mm-hmm.
What I find about this whiskey is it's a very mild profile. You're not going to get, blasted in the face.
Mm-hmm.
It's 90 proof. But a lot of people say, oh, wheat is sweet. Well, when we're talking about whiskey, at least the way I view it, corn is sweet.
Yes.
But corn can be harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Wheat is a softening grain.
Mm-hmm.
I always say, think about a beautiful loaf of wheat bread right out of the oven.
Yep.
It's warm, it's sweet, put a little butter on it, gives it a mouthfeel it otherwise wouldn't have. I find that experience in this particular whiskey. What you're drinking today is not 19 months old. It's 49 months old.
Nice.
And it is algorithmically different from what was bottled many months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, it is that much better.
Mm-hmm.
It won a gold medal in New York.
Mm-hmm.
In order to win a gold medal, the majority of the judges on your panel have to give you a gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
It's done blind. The whiskey is not judged against the other whiskeys in the flight. They all stand alone, and you're not ranking them. So it's just, is it good? Is it good enough to have a silver medal, a gold medal, and so forth? You never know whether you were 8-1. There's usually 9 on a panel. You never know whether you're 8-1 or maybe you were 5-4. It doesn't matter. You win a gold medal. In order to get a double gold medal, all of the panelists must give you a gold medal.
Okay.
So this one won a single gold. I can understand why a judge might not have given it a gold medal simply because it's so unusual.
Yes.
Most people have never experienced wheat whiskey. Most people never heard of wheat whiskey. And if they had Bernheim. And Bernheim is a fine spirit. It's made by Hazmat Bourbon. It's 7 years old. It's 90 proof. Costs about $40 a bottle. But it's not 60%.
No.
Right. It's 100%. Yeah, completely wheat.
My guess is that there's darn near as much corn as there is wheat in it. I don't know that grain bill for heart for sure, but it's very good. But it's not going to taste like this.
Nope.
The first time I drank Bernheim up against this one, which was about 8 years ago, I said, this one's wheated bourbon.
Right.
And pointed to the Bernheim.
Right.
So it's not that I have the most sophisticated palate in the world, but please, I don't want to dislocate my hand, my shoulder, pat myself on the back. I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah.
So this is the bare knuckle small batch.
Bare knuckle small batch
Small
wheat
batch.
whiskey.
Small batch.
Bare
All
knuckles.
right.
All right, let's go.
With that on the palate.
It's really good.
I've loved it since the first time I had it.
You're all looking pleased.
It is just
Don't be afraid
amazing.
to not look pleased.
No,
Because it won't hurt my feelings.
no. This is what helped me find KO Distilling was this right here. The wheated whiskey. I had it at the Fredericksburg, what is it? Beer, bourbon, and barbecue. And it was delicious. I said, I got to find KO
We
Distilling.
often lead with it. And we lead with it because it is a softer profile, it is unusual, and it is a really fine example of the distiller's art.
Mm-hmm.
I taste the sweetness though.
After 4 years.
There's a little bit of
I
sweetness.
taste the sweetness on the back.
It's more about the softness of the end on it.
Yeah.
That palate on it is soft.
One of the things that in my career I've noticed is
so
that
good.
when a distiller uses a lot of malt,
Okay.
regardless of what that malted grain is, it's usually barley.
Mm-hmm.
And when we talk about our wheated bourbon, I'll even go a little deeper into this.
Mhm.
But if we only use 10%, some people use as much as 15.
Mm-hmm.
And you use mouthfeel
Mm-hmm.
when you use a lot of malt, and I think you lose a little finish.
Okay.
Okay.
And so, not to mean that makes it bad. I mean, you got to use some malt. You got to use some malt in order to make your kickstart your yeast.
Mm-hmm.
But when we move on to the next one, we're going to talk about our 100% rye whiskey, which
Okay.
we do not use malted grain, nor do we use a secondary grain.
Yeah,
There
no,
we go.
this is just really great. I mean, it's definitely of wheated whiskey, especially at 90 proof. This is just really flavorful, and I don't think I've had some other wheated whiskeys at a 90 proof, and I don't think they have near the depth of flavor that this does. So fantastic. But yeah, let's try this rye.
And so the rye won double gold in San Francisco. Those of you who are already with whiskey competitions around the world, San Francisco is the biggest of the big leagues. You can win in other venues, but when you win in San Francisco, everybody takes notice. Our wheated bourbon was the first one to win double gold, and I drink that third house. And that was sort of like, for those of you who are maybe in this part of the country, how far and wide this might go, that was like when the Washington Capitals won the Stanley Cup. Very next year, the Washington Nationals won the World Series.
Right.
That's where we won another double gold medal.
Very nice.
We're proud of them, justifiably so. I've shared with you fellas before. People ask me all the time, what's your favorite whiskey? And I say, Distiller's Reserve. No. Not what you made. What you, your favorite thing. And I frequently say, I did not stutter.
Yes.
It's Distiller's Reserve, both the rye and the bourbon.
Awesome.
Rye won double gold. Another very unusual whiskey. There is no secondary grain. There is no malted grain. 100% rye.
Okay.
And the rye was grown here in Virginia. All of our grain is grown in the Old Dominion. So we like to be as local as we can. And go ahead and take a nose of this one. I seldom tell my guests what I smell and taste, simply because it triggers what's called the Proust effect. And if I say apricots,
You're gonna smell
these apricots. So I'm going to stay away from flavors and aromas, but I will talk about texture and mouthfeel and so forth.
Yes.
I find this whiskey to be particularly rich. And one of the reasons, when I say rich, I mean full, I mean round. A lot of people say, oh, this whiskey's smooth. Smooth is not a word I use very much, because I think a lot of people, when they say smooth, what they're trying to convey is that it didn't burn.
Yes.
And you're always going to get some burn.
Yes.
It's the nature of the beast. Ethanol is odorless, it's colorless, and it's tasteless, but it is an anesthetic.
Yes.
So it is going to tickle your tonsils a little bit because it's just telling you we're going to go to sleep now.
Yep.
What I like to say is a whiskey, I like to bracket. On one end, you've got a whiskey that's jagged. You just think about splintered wood or shattered glass.
Right.
Obviously, not something you want to drink.
Okay.
On the other end, I like to say a whiskey is round. Look at the geometric perfection of a billiard ball. Think about a baby's body. Just think about the cream end of an egg. These things are perfect. And so when a whiskey is round, it means it's going to fill your mouth. It's going to be rich. It's going to be like a pat of butter on your tongue. It's going to have a sensation that a lot of other whiskeys are not going to give. Both of these bonded whiskeys are that way to me. They're both very, very brown.
Awesome.
The Rye One Double Gold, it is a big seller for us. And even though these are extraordinary whiskeys, I won't go into the price list and so forth, but they are very reasonably and moderately priced.
Awesome.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that I know the pricing here at KO Distilling, and everything is reasonably priced. To me, KO Distilling is one of the premier distillers in the area. They do have some MGP products, but they do a lot of the aging and finishing in their house. So with that, I already see, ladies and gentlemen, this is very viscous. And with that, on the palate. The mouthfeel on this rye is just elevated. It is rich. It is sweetness of the bread spices.
Yeah.
The tail end of it just mellows out.
Yeah, and you definitely get that understanding of what engraved means by rounded.
Yeah.
This doesn't have those rough edges, it's just really, it's unique too. I don't think I've ever had a rye quite like this. So very, very good.
This is the type of rye where you want to have on a top hat and coat. It is an expression. It's elevated. It is an elevated expression.
You should have told me. I have a top hat. I would have brought it.
That's a word that I've used often to describe really good whiskeys. It's
Elevated.
Elegant whiskey.
Elegant. Yeah.
For those of you, by the way, that are interested in making cocktails with your whiskeys, a black Manhattan
Okay.
made with our Distiller's Reserve rye
Okay.
is sine qua non.
Sine qua non.
Black
Stands
Manhattan.
by itself.
A black Manhattan.
Really good.
And, any Manhattan for that matter. I happen to be of Italian descent. I love Amaros. And so I tend to make cocktails with Amaros, a Boulevardier instead of a Negroni. And what I find with the Amaro that is most often used here when we make it is going to be something like maybe Cynar, maybe it's going to be Averna. But when I make it for myself at home, I use Fernet Branca.
Okay.
And it's 80 proof. It's as black as my heart, and it makes for a delicious, delicious cocktail.
Okay.
Well, this is the one I'm most excited for the guys to try.
Yeah.
Because I'm a weeder at heart. Not always a weeder, but I'm a weeder at heart. And now we're about to hear about the Distiller's Reserve Bottle & Bond Weeded.
Our weeded bourbon is, for some time, a lot of people considered it our flagship. It certainly was the one that the people came here to taste first. And it's 70% corn with 20% wheat and 10% malted barley. Just to jump back to the rye a little bit for a moment, one of the things that I often say, and forgot to in the first part here, is that the more malted grain you use, the faster you're going to ferment. And the faster you ferment, the less initial character your whiskey is going to develop.
Okay.
I won't give you the chemistry lesson, but it truly is a lesson in organic chemistry. And so with no malted grain, you're going to get a richness and a depth of flavor. People ask me sometimes, what do you mean when a whiskey has character? What are you trying to tell me? And I said, it means it has a depth and a breadth of flavor it otherwise would not have if it weren't matured in the way we mature our whiskey, which is low and slow. We never stack higher than 5 in our rick house. And right now, after being in business after distilling for almost 11 years, everything we bottle is at least 4 years.
Okay.
So
And don't forget 10-year anniversary. It is delicious.
why that he just drank is a 5-year expression, and this bourbon is a 6-year expression.
Okay.
It is indeed my favorite bourbon, and I like it for lots of reasons. It's a versatile whiskey. If you want to get back to the cocktail side of things, it mixes well with anything. It's not going to get in the way of other ingredients that you might have put into the drink. It stands up to ice and water beautifully. I happen to be a fellow who drinks whiskey with ice.
Right.
The only time I drink whiskey neat is if I'm working. Writing tasting notes, or I am teaching a class. I find that especially if you use an ice cube or an ice ball, it's going to melt very slowly.
Okay.
You're just going to see that whiskey open up and develop, even a little more perhaps than if you added a couple of drops of water. So, as I said, my favorite bourbons, and I'm not bragging when I tell you I've drunk more bourbon than most people.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a taste of it.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, this one also is carrying the oiliness on the glass. So this is very viscous. And with that, gentlemen, on the palate. So on the nosing of this has your typical wheated bourbon funk, just a tad of that little funk. And then the flavors on this is my s'more. Now I'll let the fellas give their opinion, but I believe you're getting that confectionery sweetness on the front end. You're getting the bread spices in the middle, and then it finishes off with a little bit of caramel. Anybody else picking that up? Or what are your thoughts on what you're picking up?
I mean, I definitely get the caramel there. It's fantastic. I mean, it's a little different wheat that I'm used to, but not in a bad way. I mean, it's something that's just so super unique.
I think the second sips on this and the third sips on this is going to round out.
Yeah.
This is something that, unfortunately, I would tell you, because I've had the tasting here before. I think if you don't clear your palate well enough from the rye, you may not see how well-rounded this wheated is, because it is more unique than any wheated expression I've ever had.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you do purchase the reserve from KO Distilling, the wheated version, you want to make sure you haven't messed up your palate with a rye. I just think it throws off the acidity, throws off your palate.
But I think
There's some subtle notes to the end of it.
Yeah.
So
But I think he was on point when he said that an ice cube would work perfectly.
Definitely opens it up for sure.
Ice cube worked perfectly in this, but the aroma and the taste, smelling it, I was thinking it was going to be one thing, but then tasting it, went somewhere different.
yeah.
But I like it though. I do enjoy this though. I do enjoy it though.
If I may, I said a little while ago, I don't talk about flavors very often because I don't want to make everybody taste what I taste. But since everybody's tasted it now, would you mind if I told you what I
Yeah, no, please do.
Right ahead.
I sense when I drink this whiskey?
Okay.
My white way for many, many years has been English toffee. It reminds me of my Nana. Nana
Okay.
loved English toffee. Think
Okay.
about that particular candy, whether you like a Heath bar or a Thomas Roca or something like that. The usual suspects in bourbon, particularly in wheated bourbon, are vanilla and caramel. You're almost always going to find those flavors. Part of that is because there is an aldehyde in the oaks called vanillin, and vanillin will give it those flavor and aroma notes. A little bit of water, a little bit of evaporation, all of a sudden, chemical reaction is taking place, and you're moving over into a sweeter version, and that's caramel.
Right.
And a little more, and you might find butterscotch. A little more, and you might find toffee. And then if you find the right way of English toffee,
Yeah, I
it
can-
smells crunchy. It's got a dusting of cocoa. It's got crushed almonds. And so to me, that's not only the pleasure of the flavor, it's the pleasure of memories, my grandmother.
Okay.
And the English coffee that she always had. My cousins when we came to this.
But I think that was a good description though, when you said tofu.
Yeah, because I can see that.
Yeah, because we were kind of leaning towards caramel a little bit, but you said tofu, and I was like, that's it. That's
The
it.
first white whale
Yeah,
was
yeah.
W.L. Weller 12 years. This one is my second, and quite frankly, love W.L. Weller 12 years. And I just had some not too long ago, and I drank it side by side. I cheated. I think you might want to walk on the sport.
All right, we're now going on to the high rye bourbon, David.
This one won a single gold medal in San Francisco the same year that I won a double gold.
Yes.
Now, I prefer wheated bourbons. There are plenty of great rye finished bourbons out there. Plenty of great high rye bourbons.
Yeah.
This one happens to be an MGP grain bill.
Yep.
It is 60% corn. It is 36% rye, and it's 4% malted barley. Once again, our rye, no malt. This particular expression, only 4%. So once again, long fermentation leading to more flavor in the mash, but leads to even more flavor when you get it into the barrel.
Did you give an age statement for this one yet?
Pardon me?
Did you say age for this?
That is 6 years old.
Okay. What? 6.
So
Okay.
you drank a 4-year, a 5-year, and 2 6-years.
2 6 years. Okay.
I want to meet the judge that this whiskey a gold medal. Not because I'm angry. I'm not angry at all.
Disappointed.
I want to know what the discriminator was. What was it that made you say, yeah, it just doesn't, toe the mark. Just doesn't make it. Not to say that, they were giving you a wrong rap or anything like that. You never know what order they were drunk in. You removed from something that is 90 proof to something that is 6 years old. And oh, by the way, 122 proof gas strength.
Right.
So, you can exhaust your powers. There's no question about it.
Exactly.
So, but this one is one that I have enjoyed from the beginning. We were very fortunate when those of us who work here, we were gifted a bottle of this by our boss,
Yeah.
and poured it out of his own pocket.
Nice.
Because you can't get high on your own supply.
That's right.
So you got to buy it first. But this is a great place to work. You make great juice, great tea, and I can't thank you guys enough for coming in.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Tell everybody what you taste.
I will, but before we move forward, I want to let you guys know that KO Distilling has veteran ties here, and this one of the owners is in Maryland, and you can't go wrong with having owners that are a part of the DMV. So we're getting ready to go into the calf strength high rye bourbon, 6 years in the barrel, and look, it's still there, baby. Yeah. This is viscous, 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 and with that, on the palate. I'm gonna let you guys talk about this, but now if y'all give me some dead air, I'm jumping right in. This is one of the sweetest high rye bourbons I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, you
The
definitely get.
sweetness just jumps out on your tongue, and I'm excited about it. I'm on my second bottle of this particular expression, and it is excellent.
It doesn't drink 120 though.
No, not at
Drink
all.
120. But
Not at
122,
all.
right? 122.
120.
Yeah, it's just really fantastic. I mean, you get some great flavors here. I get the kind of the caramel out of it. I agree. It's not really that 120. Really, really fantastic. I mean, Josh told me going to KO. I was at the house the other day, and everything I've had here has been fantastic. This is probably a bottle I'll pick up before I leave. But now
For everybody out there, our tasting room is the only place you can buy everything we make.
Yeah.
And we are available in Maryland.
You are.
Which feels pretty small, so we don't have a real wide distribution.
Well, not yet. But we're gonna get them there with your help, ladies and gentlemen. And let me just say this: a few drops of water opens this bottle up even more.
Yeah.
Like our host said, make sure I'm like him. I put ice in my whiskey. If you follow me on the Friday pour, you know I need a little bit of ice. This pour, two finger pour of this cast strength high rye bourbon with a piece of nice solid ice, whether it's circle or square. This is excellent. It just really opens up with the ice to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
There's such a lot of flavor in this.
It's just so much flavor. That's what really dropped me in. So I did not know about the 6 year. I knew about the Distiller Reserves, right? That was from the beer bourbon from Fredericksburg. But when I came here personally myself with my wife, we had the 6 year. I said, I gotta have it. And then I had the Piece de Resistance, which is the 10 year, but this 6 year just blew me away. And I have been in love with it ever since. Look, don't let me sway you guys. I'm not trying to sway you guys. All I'm saying is that KO Distilling is one of my favorite distillers in the DMV.
I mean, it has great color. It's very it's like you say, a flavor bomb.
Yeah.
It's a flavor bomb. And it doesn't drink 120.
No, not at all.
It doesn't drink 120. And the more you say it, now all I'm imagining is the ice cube. Like, if it's you got the spear or you got 1 or 2 cubes and a nice glass, I can see what you were saying. Yeah.
I think there's a bit of a misconception, particularly of neophyte or whiskey aficionados, is that a higher proof means it's going to hit you harder. You're going to miss some of the flavors because your mouth is not used to it. It really isn't a matter of acclimate.
Yeah.
Right.
The longer the barrel of whiskey is in the barrel, the higher its proof is going to be. So this is a cask strength, so there's no proofing to this. It came out of the barrel at 122, and because of that extra time in the barrel, it developed extra flavor.
Right.
And so if you are patient, if you don't, bridle your senses with coming at the whiskey a little too aggressively, take your time, breathe through your nose, breathe through your mouth, take a breath before you actually sip. All of these things are going to reveal to you through the wonders of biochemistry. They're going to reveal to you flavors that are really, really there that you're not going to get if you're drinking it rather than inhaling.
Now the Piece de Resistance.
Don't be afraid of high.
Yes. Now the Piece de Resistance through movie magic we're going to bring to you very soon, and that is bare knuckles. Hazmat, baby. We got it for you. Give us a moment. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, through movie magic, we're back, and I got something funny for you. You know how we like to do the run-ins. We have bare knuckles 10-year anniversary Hazmat. This is also showing Joe Gans, the first black boxing champion in America. So I'm super excited, guys. Now we're going to hear about this particular expression.
Before you went to break, we had a very high rye bourbon. Right? So what we're drinking right now is a high rye bourbon. This one is 75% corn with 21% rye and 4% malted barley.
Okay.
It is 10 years old.
Yeah.
It is.
Baby.
Yeah. I didn't want to trip over this and startle anyone.
Yeah,
142.4 proof. Think back to what I said about don't be afraid of high proof whiskeys. Another flavor bomb. And we're particularly proud of this. And it really goes to show that you keep it in the barrel for 10 years. You might lose a little bit to age this year, a little bit more than you usually do, but you end up with a lot more whiskey for your whiskey.
Exactly. So ladies and gentlemen, again, before I turn it over to the guys, I'm going to do my normal, but the nose on this is heavy, heavy cherry. It comes in with some good stone fruits, and the latter end of it, you're getting a little bit of that graham crackers. That's just me.
It's something on his nose. I can't pinpoint here.
The ethanol is not there.
I went too deep.
The ethanol is not there from Keith. The ethanol is not there.
No, it's not.
I was like, why is this burning my?
I got it all, man.
I know.
I got it all.
Face off aroma.
I know. I was like, why is this not burning my nose hairs?
No,
That's
it's-
how good this has been done. I was like, this is not burning my nose hair at 142.
Josh,
Exciting, right?
Talking so much. I think keep it ready.
Y'all ready?
Let's go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on the palate.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really have that strong ethanol. Like, I'm hitting you over the head with proof.
Nope.
Very.
But it's like you said that the aging process, I think, helps.
Mm-hmm.
And
water opens it up.
what so many people think of a hazmat bottle, they think it's very hot, very strong, very hard to digest. But this is a very excellent 10-year bottle. I mean, like if you wouldn't have told us, if we would have drank this blindly, I probably would have guessed like maybe 8 years, 115 proof. I wouldn't think 142. I've been told I was with you. I wouldn't think 142 proof at all. But that, like you said though, it goes to show that, when a lot of people have this perception of where things should be and where, when done right, where they actually are, it's like a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. And this is enjoyable. This is very enjoyable. I'm glad you told me it was 142 because now I know.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But it does. It's not. We've had some hazmat whiskeys.
Yes,
it's
we've had
not
hazmat.
knocking you out. It's not giving
No.
you too much of a burn.
Nope.
So it's just 10 years. It's really well done.
It's very well done,
No
ladies
burn.
and gentlemen.
A little bit.
Please put in the comments if you've had KO Distilling. If not, get in touch with me and I'll make sure you get in touch with them so that you can explore and enjoy these expressions that we've had today from KO Distilling, Manassas, Virginia. Make sure, put in the DMs whether you've experienced that, right?
Right.
And stay tuned, very real. But, we got that 900 coming up that we're going to be doing the live raffle for, and that's going to be Stag.
Yep.
Stag Junior for you. They don't call it Junior anymore.
Just Stag.
But the giveaway bottle for 900 is going to be Stag. We like to thank
Right.
Our gracious host.
you so much. I'm sorry. I'm just choked up right now because I know what they're experiencing. And we can't wait to bring this to you. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Friday pour very soon, ladies and gentlemen. But we thank KO Distilling for their hospitality. They have been just so gracious. And we don't get this very often.
Not at all.
And today is very special because it was an actual bourbon steward
Yes.
that gave us all this knowledge.
Chief Executive Bourbon Steward.
And chemist.
And chemist.
And chemist.
There you go. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you. We'll see you soon.